Yo, what's up GameLeap? It's Coach Cheese back at it, and in this video you are going to learn how to win lane in 3 minutes just like the current rank 1 EU West, who is 500 LP above everyone else. That's how insane they are. So to find out what he does to get first blood every game in hard carry, the next 10 minutes you do not want to miss them. Now to start off the video, we're going to be watching a typical Platinum IRELIA game and pointing out mistakes and what they could have done better. Then we're going to be watching the start of 3 of rank 1's IRELIA games, 2 in the mid lane and 1 in the top lane, and you will see a huge difference. Now if you like this type of video, like it or I'll play that Pro Guides ad again, but I want to know what champion and role you want to see covered next. Even though you're all challenger already, I think this will open a few eyes and help you improve. Now guys, there's something else that will help you improve too. Signing up to our website. It's the biggest fish in the sea, mainly because I post at least a video a day on there too, but seriously, we have thousands of members thriving off our exclusive content, so join up, links as always in the description and comments section. Okay, let's get into it, and we are starting off with the Platinum game, and we have Rengar Ironside on IRELIA. Sounds like a Transformer, playing against Talon. So what does he do that also the rank 1 EUS does, and what doesn't he do? Now where do these mechanics come from? This is actually really clean, and I wasn't expecting it, to be honest, and the reason I'm impressed is because he auto attacks before he Qs right here. You see, most players, and I'm talking generally here, it's like they think auto-attacking will give them COVID. Guys, if you're to become a great mid laner, a great top laner, a great ADC, a great player in general, you have to put value on auto-attacking because it is a form of harass in DPS. And on a champion like IRELIA, you run Conqueror, so it becomes even more important. So this is very clean. Good job, Optimus Prime. And the Q onto Talon, did you see what he dodged? Talon's Rake. So mechanically, I feel as if the gulf between the top and the rest isn't that big, right? And you'll see in a minute exactly what I mean. But still, there are a couple of things I want to point out. This E right here, I'm pretty sure my dad could dodge, so what's bad about it? To land your E on IRELIA, guys, you want to be throwing the first blade just behind the enemy champion, highlighted here. Now compare this to where Rengar Ironside places it. When you throw it behind the enemy champion, they have less time to react, and it's just easier to hit. When you place your first blade away from your opponent like this IRELIA, this Talon can see it from a mile away and now knows what's coming and he can easily evade it. So after Ironside Qs to this minion, he should be placing his first blade behind Talon and using the second one instantly so Talon cannot react. It all happens so quickly. So this is one of the big difference mechanically between the best IRELIAs in the world and everyone else. Now as you watch this, maybe this IRELIA deliberately missed his E so he baited Talon into jumping on him. That would be really 5-head, but guys, why would it be a legit strategy in this situation? IRELIA is on 4 stacks. She is 1 Q away from getting her passive, and this is everything early game because it gives you attack speed and more damage on your basic attacks. So if you can get that enemy champion in range of you when you're about to get or already have 5 stacks, it's go time. When Talon Qs onto IRELIA here, she Qs this minion and bang, 5 stacks, and Talon is dead here every time unless IRELIA auto attacks a minion. Oh wait, oh no, she got it, don't worry. Go in your settings, guys, and set up a hotkey for target champions only so this does not happen to you. Personally, I think it's easier to toggle this on and off, and you can select this option in your game settings. But everyone's different, so it's up to you as long as you set a key up for it. Alright, so keep this in mind. 5 passive stacks as we watch this level 2 again. 4 stacks after this minion, so IRELIA has 2 options here. You can Q on the Talon to get to 5 stacks, and this will be very common level 1, and then use your E if you're level 2, or you can try land your E before queuing, and if it does land, it's a guaranteed kill because you will be able to use your Q twice instead of once because the target will be marked. Now the reason this IRELIA does neither is simply because she isn't aware of her passive stacks. She doesn't realize she is 1 ability away from 5 stacks, so just auto attacks and waits for, I don't know, Christmas before using her E. So in your games, guys, pay attention to your stacks above your HUD because these determine your play, and we're about to see how to make use of them. Alright, so the rank 1 EUS, this gameplay is red hot. Now, guys, I'm about to show you how to stomp lane in 3 minutes for real. So level 1 solo kill. How? What has he done differently to the Transformer? Passive stacks. Count them with me here. There's 1, there's 2. Did you notice the cheeky auto attack as well there? There's 3, 4, and 5 onto Akali. Even when rank 1 stores an auto attack, he still kills this Akali because he knows how massive his Ionian fervor is. And let me say this high elo Akali dies at level 1 because she isn't paying attention. I know that every mid laner you're up against in your games is unaware as well. So take advantage of this, guys. Alright, same idea here. This time he's playing top lane IRELIA against a Renekton, and you might be thinking, oh my god, Renekton, nobody can beat him early game. Kappa, let's count the stacks again. 1 stack, 2 stacks, 3 stacks. And it's exactly the same. At 4 stacks, Q onto the enemy champion for 5 and auto attack until they die. There isn't some Illuminati going on here, guys. This is real. These are high elo players dying, well, almost dying, to the rank 1 EU West because they can't count. Now we're going to watch how to use your E properly as IRELIA. Look where the first blade lands, behind the Renekton, and the second blade is cast on top of him ASAP. There's no delay here. He's not placing one blade and then waiting 2 seconds to use the next, and he ends up securing first blood. Let's fast forward to when they are back in lane and it's a carbon copy. When I pause it, look at the first blade, just behind Renekton, and he casts the second one immediately. The Croc has barely any time to react, unlike the Talon, and gets chunked again. Now what's also going to help you land your E all the time is if you use it right after you Q a minion. See how as soon as rank 1 Qs to this minion, he Es. This works because players simply don't expect it. They see you Q and they're like, oh, I'm fine, it was only to a minion. Next second, they're stunned and in a load of trouble. Can you see the difference when I show you the Platinum IRELIA again? Now rank 1 misses his E against this Yasuo. If I pause it here, can you figure out why? Where should he ideally be placing this first blade? Behind the Yasuo, yeah. By placing it further away, it gives the Yasuo a warning and he just runs away. Those of you really paying attention as well would have noticed how he used the first blade right before he Q'd to a minion. And it looks as if his E is disguised almost, making it harder to react to. But still, good players will know what you're up to, so to maximize your chances of hitting your E, guys, burst blade behind that enemy champion. Alright, the next tactic, if you like, the rank 1 EU West uses is pressuring cannon minions, and on IRELIA you are one of the best champions at doing it because of your huge early game kill potential, but yeah, this applies to everyone, so listen up. Now when I pause it, what is Yasuo thinking about? This cannon minion, correct? So when he walks up for this cannon minion, your goal, whoever the enemy champion is to pressure them for it. It's an opportunity to damage them and it is set up by your positioning. Look at where IRELIA is standing. She isn't under tower thinking about her LP, she is standing ahead of the cannon. So if Yasuo was a Syndra or an Orianna, someone ranged, they would have to use an ability to get it, and even then they're in trouble. In this case, Yasuo dies for it, but the key is to be in position to punish your opponent. Now before we get into the final big difference between how the rank 1 players compare to us mere mortals, guys, I guarantee like 100% you will improve and achieve your rank goals this season by signing up to our website. All of the courses, the guides, the videos are made by challenger level players and coaches, thank you, and are made with you in mind. We break down everything so it's easy for you to understand and apply all the tips and tricks we talk about, so head on over at the end of this video. So the final tip that you have to start applying in your games, guys, is setting a trap. And I'm referring to a bit of wave management here, so again, this applies to everyone. You would have noticed that when rank 1 killed Yasuo, the wave was frozen. You can see here how Yasuo has to run to Demacia to get this cannon minion. If he is under his tower, it's completely different because there is 0 kill pressure. So to understand this, let's go back a bit. When this wave is pushing into IRELIA, most players would just let this get in tower range, and eventually the wave will push back to Yas. Watch what IRELIA does. It's extremely subtle, but she draws the attention, if you like, of this melee minion, so it deviates from its path. This actually slows it down and allows IRELIA's next wave to collide further up the lane. And look at where Yasuo's cannon minion and range minions are because of it. If he doesn't shove this next wave, it is over because the lane is frozen, and it will be way too risky for Yas to move up, and he doesn't. Even when a fight breaks out, notice how IRELIA leaves the lane how it is because it's frozen, and when he goes back to mid lane shortly after, look at where it is. It's in the same position, and because Yasuo didn't unfreeze it at level 3, he dies at level 4. Now he does exactly the same thing against IRELIA in this game. He returns back to lane and lets the wave push into him because he can freeze it. And guys, it's important to understand that it might not reap rewards straight away. Over time, it creates the biggest advantages in terms of gold and experience because it's so risky for the enemy laner to move up. So take note of how IRELIA draws the aggro of this melee minion again and holds it in front of her tower. The lane from this point onwards is locked in this position, and imagine if you were IRELIA. It's like a death trap, and it's so deadly on IRELIA, setting up a freeze that is, because these minions are really passive stacks. Yes, they're golden experience, but they are also stepping stones towards your Ionian fervor, and the more you have, the easier it is to hit that magic number 5. IRELIA might not kill IRELIA in this situation, unlike the Yasuo, but rank 1 has still created a gold lead simply by holding up the incoming wave. Guys, do this and all the other tips we've gone through in this video. I assure you, you will win every single lane in the first few minutes just like rank 1 EU West. Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe and turn on all notifications. This has been Coach Cheese, and until tomorrow's video, peace.